So guys, I'm here today with one of our level 3 traders, Richard. It's fantastic having you today, Richard. Thank you for spending the time with us.
Cheers, Alex.
So Richard is level 3. He's currently got $320,000 under his management. You've been with us for quite a while, haven't you, Rich?
I have, yeah. Not sure how long, probably about a year, is it?
I think well, in total I think you've been with us for quite a while, obviously going backwards and forwards through accounts, but it's really recently you've really kind of stuck and got some good ground on some of your accounts, and this is why obviously we want to speak to you today. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started trading, a little bit about you, where you live, things like that.
Yeah, I'm Richie. I'm from Dublin in Ireland. I first got into the stock markets probably about 2006. We used to trade like and maybe hold for a year or two.
Yeah.
But and it went quite well. Like, you know, you're looking for 10% and things like that. But I didn't know much about it. And then you had the crash at 2008 and I got a little bit burnt. So I came across a company in London, actually, Knowledge to Action. And I did some trading with them. It was quite expensive now. Like, I paid a lot of money for that. And the first week I put in 7,000 into my account, and I had it up to 12,000. And I said, this is the job for me. Great. I'm gonna quit my job now, and this is what I'm gonna focus on. So, but I was one of them kind of boom and bust sort of traders. You know, I might even have 3 months of like 3 great months every week up, you know. And then like I would take it personally at the market going against me, and I'd double up, and I'd end up wiping out like a serious amount of the gains I made. So I'm just trying to be an awful lot more disciplined now, and just kind of using the psychology to get me through it, and risk management and stuff like that.
Amazing. Fantastic. So you went from obviously the stock market. How did you get into, why did you want to get into Forex trading then? Well,
from doing the stocks, you're looking at 10 or 20% maybe in a year. And then you can look at Forex and say, maybe I can get 10% in a month. So, I mean, it's very appealing. Like.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay. And you do all your own trading. Where did you learn to trade? Is this something that you learned over? Where did you actually learn to trade? Was this off your own kind of failures and things like that? You learned off that? Or is there any particular strategy or person that you followed over time to get where you're at?
The course No Nonsense for our Knowledge to Action was very good. Like to give me a broad view of the markets, and when to enter, when to exit, and patterns and strategies and things like that. But also No Nonsense Forex there recently. I've been following a lot of his stuff, and I guess it just gave me a bit more of the discipline, like just to say, just stop screwing around, stop over risking, like, you know what I mean? Just, you know, take your losses on the chin. You know you're going to get gains again, so just not to take any trade too personally.
Do you think that's one of the big problems with people that are starting out trading, newcomers? Is it they're risking too much? That's a big problem when they first come into trading? What do you reckon?
I'd say so. Risking too much, taking their losses personally as well. In which case, if you do take you have a belief that the market's going up, and if it doesn't go up, you know, you take it to heart. You know, you feel like the market's against you. Maybe you double up and think you're going to move it, but you've no chance of moving it. A $5 trillion a day market, and you're betting €100 for a pip, like zero chance.
Yeah. And with your particular journey, where did you find that kind of flip where you went from being more of an amateur trader to being somebody who actually has a bit of an edge and has a kind of strategy that actually works well? From obviously you've been trading with us and you're doing great. So
just getting in the zone with the market, like really studying it there and looking at different time frames. You know, sometimes I'd even go down to a 1 minute time frame, and I'd get into a trade, maybe only have like a 3 pip stop loss, and I'd be quite like, I'd have quite a high position on it, but I can leverage out of it then. If it goes 5-10 pips in a way, you're taking off like maybe 10%, 20%, and you keep going like that. And it could turn out to be maybe a 2% winner.
Nice. There is something that we spoke about earlier, and I wanted to show everybody, which I found absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to share my screen here. And so this is before, obviously, I told you I wanted to quickly stop you before we went into it too much. Is really one of your evaluations that you actually did with us. This was before, obviously, all of the traders in the 5ers, just for people that aren't familiar, every trader will go through an evaluation stage where they have to reach certain targets within a certain time frame, and then they're actually fully funded with us. So this is one of Richard's accounts when he was actually going through the evaluation. Now, this to a lot of people is a scary looking chart. You know, you're looking at that, you know, you got your ups, your downs. You were very close twice to actually hitting that stop out level. And the stop out level is where obviously the account closes. You've reached the maximum drawdown. How did you recover from that? A lot of traders will get to that point. That's it. They're losing their edge a little bit, and they're most probably gonna get to that stop out. How did you recover from all of that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think that was very similar to taking one of those trades with a very tight stop loss. It wouldn't be necessarily my normal trading style. I'd like to give the trades quite a bit of room. But in that instant, I knew it was quite close. So I think I maybe had like a 4 or 5 pip stop and had a reasonable sized position on it. And once it moved in my direction, I was able to scale out of it. So then once I had a bit more capital then to play with, you were able to increase your trades again. So yeah, lucky enough to pull out of it, I guess.
Great. Is obviously what are your emotions when you're actually in a situation like that? You've got to very close to the drawdown. Have you got anything kind of change in your emotions? How did you feel when you were close to that drawdown? And if you could explain.
I mean, you're obviously not very happy. You want to hang on to it. You want to get to the next level. Like,
yeah.
You know, I don't know what I can say to you.
Yeah. Would you have any tips to any traders that are finding themselves maybe in a little bit of drawdown? What kind of tips would you give them to help them?
Yeah, reduce the risk. I mean, even at the initial stage, you're giving your 4% there. I mean, the way I look at it is you should be trading a position size at maybe a 0.4. So you can get maybe 10 trades wrong in a row before you're losing your account. That's sort of the way I think you should be looking at it.
Yeah, and you keep in all of your accounts, your size is very specific. It's not like it's very random. With a lot of your accounts that I've looked at, and I've been following you for quite a while, there's no kind of random opening of 2-3 lots just randomly. Obviously, it's very mechanical what you're actually doing, and the amount of size that you actually put on. Is that part of your strategy? Is that something that you just don't want to risk too much? Is there any particular reason for that?
There's been times when I use the trade copier. So if I have got an account with 15k in it, I'm risking about 1/3%, in which case that would equate then to the trades on here. So you might see a 0.64, you know what I mean, lot size. I mean, you might say, wow, this guy's really cool in, but no, it's copying from the other account.
Amazing. So this was the account before you actually were funded. This is what you actually passed, and this is where I said this is like the old Richie, and this is the kind of new Richie. So this is where you see that this is amazing kind of growth. From soon as you're funded, you're consistent. You're not taking any big losses. Your win rate is absolutely fantastic. The amount of profit as well. It's truly quite a big change. Is there anything that actually changed in yourself, in your strategy, or?
Yeah, I think it was just a lot more focused, but I mean, the market can also be, you know, any trader I think can have a great graph like this, you know. But I mean, I'm the same guy as the previous graph. The markets can turn on you very easy as well, you know. So it's just about keeping your risk down, and just, you know, I don't intend on losing any of these accounts now. So it's a matter of just keeping the risk small. Even if I wasn't pulling out massive gains, I just don't intend on losing the accounts, you know.
Yeah, fantastic. what are kind of the tips that you would give to newcomers trading here with the fivers? Have you got any like anything that they should keep an eye on? Anything that you would have helped you when you were first starting off with us?
I think no nonsense Forex is a great start. All right. I think keep the risk very low. You have 6 months to do it. It's very, very doable. I mean, some of my accounts there, I was doing them in maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you have 6 months, so there's plenty of time. So like, you know, I'm like everybody else, I suppose. It was always in a bit of a hurry. Like you wanted to get to 20K, to get to 80K, to get to 80K, to get to 160. but you really can just take your time. You know, the markets are there forever, probably. You know.
Yeah.
So there's no rush, like, you know, and if you have any losses, just deal with them. You know, don't revenge against the markets.
Yeah, that's quite a big thing. Is a lot of people do revenge trade. Is that something as well that you at the start that you had a bit of a problem with? Was obviously you took that loss, you wanted to get back into the market. Yeah,
I could be winning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, maybe up 8,000 in my own personal account. Come to Friday, give away 6. You know, it's just crazy.
So you've got a personal account and you're trading. So you've got 2 accounts. You're trading obviously with us, and you've got a personal account as well. What do you like about trading with the fivers and obviously leveraging your skills and leveraging our capital as well? What kind of benefits does that do for you with your personal account, and the benefits and the things that you like about it?
Yeah, I trade them all very similarly. I mean, you can look at all my accounts. They're all running in the same direction, and when they have a drawdown, they all have a drawdown.
Yeah, but with regards to, obviously you could just trade your own capital on your own, but why do you actually enjoy trading, let's say, with our fund here? And
yeah, because I don't have the capital that you provide.
One day though, slowly. I mean, you're building it up, I think.
But it's great, like to have an account there at 300,000 or 400,000. Well, then, I mean, to get 1% a month is quite easy, and you know, that's a reasonable bit of cash, and there's no major stress. So yeah, that's the beauty of it, I think.
Yeah. And do you use those profits and you just stick them into your own personal account and then grow them on the side as well? Is that?
No, I take them out and I actually put them into a pension at the moment.
Fantastic, even better. That's what I think a lot of people.
It's going in tax-free, so
even better on top of that. That's, I think a lot of people wonder as well, what's the big difference between obviously having their own personal accounts and, you know, they can get 100%, they're 100% profits, and they can get their 100%, their 100 to 1 leverage, and they can get the 100% profits, but also they're taking 100% of the losses as well. They don't take into account.
Well, I think what's good about you guys is, like, although you have the rules, like the rules actually very much help you. It enables you to be more disciplined. If I had my own account, you know, like I say, I could be trading quite well, have a bad day, revenge trade. But with your account, you know that you're saying to yourself, I lose 4%, I'm gone. So I really got to stick to my guns here, you know, and maybe only lose 1% in a day.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope you're going to stay with us for the long time. You've been with us for so long.
Me too, my friend. You said if I get to 1.2 million, you'll buy me a bottle of bubbles. So that's my motivation to stay on here.
That's it. I told Gil, I told everybody here that's what's going to happen when you get to that stage. That would be fantastic. Any other kind of things that I can pass on to friends, pass on to other traders? Again, obviously, you mentioned about lowering risk. You mentioned about trying not to revenge trade. Is there anything else that could benefit or help anybody that's...
There's also, like, you can look at the markets and you can see that there's an awful lot of people who have a stop loss at a certain area. So I mean, I could wait for that stop loss to be taken out and then go in that position. I tried a lot of patterns as well, whether it be flags or head and shoulders, things like that. But sometimes I also do the reverse of that. If I can look at the market and I can see that there's maybe 80% of people are long, I will take a short position off a head and shoulder, maybe, you know. So yeah.
Okay, Fantastic. And where do you see yourself at the moment with us? You're taking it to the end, to the a few million, I hope.
I hope so. It's been a long road. I've been at this for 10 years, my friend.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, so
yeah,
10 years. So from your 10 years, that's actually quite interesting. So you didn't come profitable straight away. How did you kind of
Well,
persevere through 10 years? That's a
I
long
did come
time.
profitable straight away. I think
Yeah.
that was probably the downfall. I started off initially with a 7K account. I turned it into 12K in 1 week. And I thought, this is super. This is what I want to do. And although you could be quite good at reading the markets, it's the psychology that's the major problem that you need to deal with. You know, if you have 10 or 15 trades that come your way, then you get overconfident and you're not expecting a trade to go against you. So it's really focusing in on your psychology, I think, is the key. It's like 20% trading, 80% psychology.
Not many people look at that as well. They think psychology is just one of those things.
It sounds like hocus pocus. That's what I thought for years. I mean, I also had Mark Douglas's book.
Yeah, great.
And I had that 10 years ago, and I tried to read it and maybe got through 60 pages. I knew it'd be beneficial to me, couldn't get into it. Eventually I got it on audio 10 years later. I've listened to it maybe 4 or 5 times now, but I think his book is really, really key. Yeah.
And that's Trading in the Zone. Yeah.
Trading in the Zone. Yeah. Mark Douglas.
Any other books, recommendations? I'm the same. I picked up that book many times and then put it down. And then obviously the audio is just the best, you know, audio, you know, you're riding on your motorbike or you're doing in the office, you're listening to it so much better. But any other books, any other resources that you could give other traders?
I think there was one called Market Wizards. I've gone through a few of them. I can't 100% think of the names. I have them all on the Audible there, and I listen to them while I'm out doing a bit of work.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for spending the time.
All right, thanks, Alex.
We'll keep in touch as well in your progression. Once you get to that million mark, maybe we'll do another one and we'll celebrate together over over a webinar or something. All right.
Yeah. All right, top man. Thanks a million.
Take care.
Cheers, guys.